These are some recommendations if you have a budget of about £400,000. That's slightly more when you convert it into Swiss francs and euros, but around 400, 450. You can buy a very nice two-bedroom apartment for that, even in Switzerland. So we occasionally have some resales. We have one at the moment in Saas-Fee in a building called the Snow Fun, which is right near the slopes, two-bedroom apartment, and that's a very good buy. Normally, for that kind of price, you would expect to be looking at studios, and we have some new studios and one-bedroom apartments in development there called the Metropole, and that's an old hotel being converted into apartments. And some of these places will be resorts that you haven't heard of. You've probably heard of Saas-Fee. It's right next to Zermatt, which is my favourite resort. It's in the next valley. Here's one you haven't heard of probably. It's Zinal. Zinal is at the top of the valley where you have a better known resort known of Gruments, and on the other side of the valley, Saint-Luc. Zinal is high. It's good access to high altitude skiing. And there we have a new development called Polaris, where you can buy a ground floor apartment, 2 bedrooms for this kind of price, slightly more on the upper floors. France, what would I recommend in France? Well, a good area to look at is the Porte du Soleil, where you have resorts like Châtel and Léger. Huge ski area, easy to get to from Geneva Airport, dual season. In Châtel, we have one at the moment called Club 26, which I would recommend you take a look at, new build. Another resort, which perhaps you don't know so well, is Alpe d'Huez, also very high altitude. We have a development there called Ferme de l'Alpe, which I would also suggest you take a look at. In La Plagne ski area, a resort that you probably don't know is called Champagny en Vanoise, but La Plagne you probably do know. Again, a huge ski area, access to high altitude skiing. And in all three of those, you will find new build properties within your budget. And don't forget, in France, if you decide to rent it on a commercial basis, you can take off the VAT, you save the VAT, and that brings it well into the budget. In Austria, probably pick of them all would be Meyerhofen. We have the Meyerhofen residences, again, 2-bedroom apartments, prices about starting at €395,000. These are at the upper end of the budget. The VAT has already been deducted from that price because that's how they tend to do it in Austria, because most of these properties are fully managed and rented for you when you're not using it. And that, incidentally, is the same with the one in Zinal is like that, which is quite unusual for Switzerland. But if you want a property which is fully managed and looked after for you, then that would be a good choice. So those are just a few of what we would recommend for that price, that budget. Let me know if you'd like any more recommendations, and contact me for some advice, or a member of the Investors in Property team. We're always there to help, and look forward to hearing from you.